It's a new season of ZZZero's Deadly Assault, and we're here to find out if this season can be beaten with level 50 agents. Normally, agents can reach level 60, making rewards feel almost too easy to unlock. So instead, we're upping up the ante with this modified rule set. I'll only use agents capped at level 50, which includes their W engines and the team's Bangbu. That means their core skills are limited to rank D, and their active skills are stuck at a base level of 9. To keep things fair and accessible for everyone watching, I'll use no more than one limited W engine per team. Not only that, but I'll also restrict my limited agent's Mindscape Cinema to 0. For the first encounter, we have the Miasma Priest, a sinister figure cloaked in corrupting miasma. Its weakness to ether damage becomes the cornerstone of any effective strategy. On the flip side, it resists ice, so Miyavi will have to take a backseat for this one. These elemental traits set the stage for everything that follows. For this fight, I've opted for the meditation buff. It increases agent max HP and ultimate damage, and after an ultimate is used, it ramps up energy and adrenaline regeneration while enhancing ether and ice damage. The ice damage boost doesn't do much here due to the boss's resistance, but the adrenaline regen and ether damage increase are perfect for amplifying Yishuan's output. As the team's main damage dealer, she's the priority, and the meditation aligns neatly with that focus. My lineup includes Yishuan, Pan Yinhu, and Jifufu, alongside the Bangbu, B-Lion. Each brings something distinct to the table. B-Lion in particular ties into the team's synergy, especially with Yishuan's frequent ultimate usage, which I'll touch on shortly. The team's synergy with B-Lion hinges on Yishuan's ultimate. With a minimum of 2 agents from Yingquei Summit, B-Lion's additional ability kicks in, scaling with how often Yishuan unleashes her ultimate, coupled with the other 2 agents' ultimates. It's a simple loop: more ultimates, more damage from B-Lion. Facing the Miasma Priest means adapting to its phases. When it switches, its anomaly build-up resistance climbs, but so does the critical damage it takes. This makes a critical damage focused team far more effective than anomaly damage one. I've also built the squad with agents capable of defensive assists over evasive ones, in order to streamline performance point acquisition. It should be noted that the boss refunds assist points during certain attacks when defensive assists are used, so you don't have to overthink assist point management. One mechanic stands out: the Miasma Priest's Flurry attack. Landing 3 defensive assists within 3 seconds earns performance points. This is why I picked agents with defensive assists, because during the Flurry, I can cycle through all 3 by spamming the switch button, which is usually the left and right trigger for the controller. It's a practical way to rack up points without overthinking it, tying back to the team's design. Here's how I geared my agents up. Yishuan uses a 4-piece Yingquei Tail set, custom fit for her strengths, paired with a 2-piece Branch and Blade set for extra crit damage. Pan Yinhu uses a 4-piece Astral Voice set for its damage increase buff to whoever quick assists in, plus a 2-piece Woodpecker set for added critical rate. Though he's a support first, the crit boost keeps him relevant in chain rotations. Jifufu uses a 4-piece King of the Summit set for a team-wide critical damage buff, with a 2-piece Woodpecker set for extra critical rate. It ensures she pulls her weight in the damage pool. Though I'm running Yishuan at only level 35, this composition is fairly expensive, given how I'm running 2 limited agents and one of them, Yishuan, is using her signature W engine, also at level 35. 1 boss down, 2 to go. Let's shift gears and dive into the next encounter. In the scorched wastelands of the Outer Ring, where whispers still echo of the once noble overlord Pompeii, the corrupted overlord now rises from the dust and flames, its ether-warped soul and oil-slick form relentlessly shattering all who dare defy its lingering and vengeful will. The boss we're up against is vulnerable to fire damage, a critical detail that shapes my approach. On the flip side, it shrugs off lightning attacks with ease, so we'll steer clear of those. Knowing these strengths and weaknesses sets the foundation for what's to come. For this encounter, I've opted for the Worn Out buff. It ramps up the days dealt by agents and amplifies chain attack damage. When chain attacks connect, the boss's stun damage multiplier climbs and every squad member gets an attack boost. Repeated hits refresh the duration, making it a steady asset for our strategy. The team consists of Evelyn, Kaleda, Astra, and the Bangbu Snap. This follows a standard carry support impact agent setup designed to maximize damage when the boss is stunned. Where Evelyn acts as the primary damage dealer, Kaleda provides support with stun-related buffs as well as days build-up, with Astra enhancing clean damage with her idyllic cadenza, and Snap contributes additional damage buffs to strengthen the overall strategy. Since Pompeii buckles under fire, Evelyn and Kaleda, both fire agents, are prime picks. Their attacks hit harder and build days quicker, forming the core of our offensive push against this weakness. Snap rounds out the team by dishing out damage buffs whenever an agent pulls off a dodge counter, quick assist, or assist follow-up. These moves are second nature to our playstyle, letting Snap quietly juice up our output as we press the attack. The Worn Out buff slots seamlessly into this setup, enhancing our damage when the boss is dazed. Evelyn, our main attacker, thrives here, for her chain attacks deal the bulk of her damage. Kaleda's innate ability to buff chain attack damage during stun windows ties it all together, while Astra's ultimate gives agents more opportunities to use chain attacks, keeping the momentum rolling. It's a straightforward synergy that clicks. Now let's talk about the weakening debuff. Each defensive assist or chain attack we land stacks weakening on the boss, which which boosts the agent's critical damage per stack. With Evelyn churning out chain attacks, piling these up is a breeze. Plus, the boss's heavy attacks costing 2 assist points to deflect get easier with Koleda, who only spends 1 point to counter them, making assist point management somewhat easier. Evelyn is equipped with a 4-piece woodpecker set which provides additional crit rate and a stacking attack buff, paired with his 2-piece branch and blade set for increased critical damage. Now you could instead use a 4-piece hormone punk set for a stronger buff, but its timing and cooldown requirements was a deal breaker for me. Koleda uses a 4-piece King of the Summit set which grants a team-wide crit damage buff and a 2-piece Woodpecker set for additional crit rate to contribute to the team's damage output. Astra runs a 4-piece Astral Voice set providing a damage increase buff for teammates who perform quick assists. Alongside that is a 2-piece Swing Jazz set that boosts energy regeneration, enabling more frequent use of her idyllic Cadenza, which means easier buff uptime management and faster decibel generation that allows her ultimate to be cast sooner. With 2 limited agents on the team and 0 limited W engine, I'd say this team is as average as it could get for the casual player, which means there's so many ways you could improve this team. An example would be to straight up swap out Koleda for lighter or even Jifufu for more chain attacks. If you're interested, check out the previous episode where I use a team that includes both Koleda and Jifufu. With 2 encounters down for the count, we move on to the finale. The Miasmic Fiend looms as a shadowy adversary, a tormented creation forged from mystic memories and restless miasma, driven by rage yet haunted by fleeting moments of humanity. It's weak to physical and ether damage, making those key to cutting through its defenses. However, it shrugs off fire with ease, so leave those fiery tactics behind. Knowing these traits shapes everything that follows. For this fight, I've chosen the Artful buff since it boosts agent damage and enhances physical damage even further. Not only that, but Attribute Anomaly and Inflicting Disorder reduces its defense. It's a calculated pick, amplifying the damage of anomaly-focused teams, a perfect fit for the squad I've assembled. The team consists of Nicole, Piper, and Vivian, paired with the Bangbu, Robin. Each brings something distinct to the table. Robin's inclusion hinges on his synergy with Vivian. Its additional ability triggers effortlessly when she's around. If you don't have Robin in your arsenal, Resona Blue or Devil Blue can step in, bolstering Ether Anomaly buildup as solid substitutes. The team's design targets the Miasmic Fiend's weakness effectively. Piper delivers consistent physical anomaly damage, capitalizing on the boss's vulnerability. Vivian focuses on Ether Anomaly damage, aligning with another of the boss's weak points. Nicole, primarily a support, contributes significantly by quickly building the Ether Anomaly gauge, enhancing the team's overall damage output. Together, they exploit both the boss's attribute weakness and its susceptibility to anomaly damage. That said, with this team composition, Piper's additional ability takes a back seat. But if you have Yuzuha, you can swap her in place of Nicole, so Piper's additional ability gets activated, and you'll probably net better results. The synergy flows smoothly into the strategy, with Nicole, Vivian, and Robin stack Ether Anomaly buildup, which frees Piper, the on-field agent, to dominate her time in the spotlight. Her kit's baked-in anomaly buildup means she handles physical damage solo, a self-sufficient whirlwind against the Fiend. The Artful buff ties it all together, boosting this anomaly-driven approach to maximize our impact. One mechanic that demands attention is the Miasmic Fiend's special attack. By baiting it to trigger at least 5 pulls at once and dodging the resulting blasts, you can rack up performance points. Do note that the initial explosion isn't the end, the daggers that follow erupt too, so either step clear or time your dodges to avoid their sharp delayed sting. For the gear, Nicole wears a 4-piece Swing Jazz set and a 2-piece Chaos Jazz set. Since Piper uses the Astral Voice set, Swing Jazz suits Nicole's frequent ultimate cast and chain attack rotations, while the 2-piece Chaos Jazz is just there for the extra anomaly proficiency. Piper uses the 4-piece Astral Voice set and a 2-piece Chaos Jazz set. So far, no set perfectly matches her kit. Freedom Blues overdoes the anomaly buildup, while Fang Metal's timing is too tight. Astral Voice works as a practical compromise, with Chaos Jazz again lifting her anomaly proficiency. Vivian equips a 4-piece Phaeton's Melody set and a 2-piece Chaotic Metal set. Phaeton's Melody feels custom made for her, and Chaotic Metal is there to increase her ether damage. Overall, the team is fairly free-to-play friendly since it utilizes only 1 limited agent and 0 limited W engines. Worst case scenario, if you have bad gear rolls and lack a couple of key A-rank agent mindscapes, all of that is circumvented by the damage penalty I incur with running only level 50 agents. With another successful clear, it looks like HP inflation has not caught up to us yet, and this season can still be beaten with level 50 agents. This video isn't meant to be a definitive approach to this season of Deadly Assault, but it's a sort of guide detailing my strategy shaped by my personal restrictions I've set, which opens the door for other players to refine and improve this team composition. As to why I play with level 50 restrictions, it's because at level 60, almost every reasonable team is viable, and when everything works, it's hard to gauge what really works. For the full non-commentary run, check out the preview card that will pop up. Until then, I'll see you on the next excursion.